So, a connection that I've been in for a few months, on and off, casually, part-time kind of thing, um, ended yesterday, for good, as far as I'm concerned. And it was very difficult, very challenging, but I grew a lot. I learned a lot about myself. There was a couple of times when we separated and then came back together, and actually I was feeling like that was supposed to be the pattern until we had accomplished the healing that brought us together once and for all in this life. But it's difficult to say how much healing was done on the other side. I can only really speak for myself or speak on what I witnessed. But it seems that sometimes in life we are presented with an opportunity where we will elevate at different times to different people. We can't let anything hold us back. Not even that idea that she was supposed to be for me. Because it doesn't matter what God says to me, it doesn't matter what I believe and feel. Still, every human has choice. They can choose love or they can choose fear. And so, I received some thinly veiled accusations, projections, that invited me to test how well I actually know myself, to measure my motivations. To me, and I'm not blowing my own trumpet, I'm not bragging because it's not actually a healthy thing, but to me, it appeared that I was meeting quite a lot of her emotional needs without really blessing me with the same. Just a lot of stuff done in the dark, a lot of obscuring of certain truths which can't be proven but can be felt. And saying one thing to me but then acting completely contrary. And don't get me wrong, I probably was guilty of that in this connection, getting carried away and like inflamed by passion and excitement. But now, all that going around in circles, that nonsense, the carousel, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not holding the space for that. I'm not holding the door open, waiting. I'm focusing on myself, and I've seen enough to know what I want and need in this life and what I don't want. So it's done. Maybe one day she'll thank me for standing up to her and not doing whatever men have done in the past. But maybe the first time a human hears the word no is the day, is the moment that they start to change and stop being so ridiculously arrogant, prideful. I just hope she doesn't feel too bad about herself for the way that she has treated me, you know? That's my prayer for her. Pride, shame and guilt, it's not really healthy energy to be circulating in a connection. Especially when it's very obvious and apparent that it's a safe space to express anything that needs to be expressed. But I haven't got time for people who can't do the work, or refusing the work, of looking at herself. I'm happy to meet in the middle with any human in this life. Some just want to stay in their extremes. Well, fine. For now, that chapter is closed because I don't love in order to receive. But at the same time, who's checking out for what I am actually getting, receiving? I haven't met many humans who take in other people's feelings into consideration, to be honest, in this life. And I've been more the opposite. I would traditionally think of myself last. But not anymore. Because I'm not dependent on other people to take care of my emotional needs. There are many angry humans in this life who are blocking the blessings that God is sending to them. We have to ensure that we're not enabling people, not validating their unhelpful behaviours. And how else do humans learn? Most of my teaching happens in my absence, inadvertently. We're a bit old now to be playing with each other's hearts, you know? Manipulating people's emotions and trying to make them feel jealous, or trying to provoke certain stirring responses, hiding and waiting to be chased. All of that is enough. It's exhausting. Love is energizing. So sign me up for that, by all means. But I'm done feeling like I have to pick up the slack and become a parent figure for other people in this life. I'm not doing it. So I await a true queen in this life, because I'm not raising princesses. Now, back to focusing on me